You can learn a lot from a man's success, but you can learn even more from his mistakes. This is one of those times. On this video, I want to share with you a mistake I made that cost me a wholesale deal coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's QuickStart Kit with everything you need to flip your first house in 30 days or less. Download it now at myquickstartkit.com.
Hey, if you're new here to this channel, I'm Jerry Norton with FlippingMastery.com, and this channel is all about ways to help you make money wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss new videos. Everybody shows the wins, but nobody talks about the losses. Well, on this video, I decided to show you a mistake I recently made that cost me a really good deal. The reality is, even after doing thousands of deals over the years, I still screw up. I still make mistakes, and I'm still learning. The key to success in this business, and probably in any area of life, is to be humble, recognize your mistakes, and build upon them and learn from them, because honestly, you can learn more sometimes from your failures than you can from your victories. So let me break down for you a situation that just happened to me this past week where I made a crucial mistake that cost me a $15,000 and maybe even a $20,000 wholesale deal. So a few months ago, I got a contract on a house that I was going to virtually wholesale in the Chicago market. Now, I actually did a two-part video series all about this deal. I'll put the links in the description box below if you want to watch them later. So fast forward now a few months to the other day, and the same agent met with a private seller and signed a listing agreement to sell the property on market, and the seller agreed to pay a total of a 6% commission to get his house sold. Now, typically the 6% commission is split between the listing agent and a buyer's agent who brings the actual buyer. And remember, the seller pays the full 6% commission, not the buyer. Now, since working with that agent on that deal a few months earlier, the other day this agent called me up about a new listing, and he told me he had gotten a vacant distressed listing that he had not yet listed for sale, and he wanted to know if I was interested in the property and if I would give him my offer to see if we could work out a deal before listing it for sale on market. Now, we call that a pocket listing when the agent has the exclusive right to sell but is not posted for sale on the MLS. So why did he call me about this deal? Well, not only did he know that I was a cash buyer looking for deals from our last deal we worked on, but a major reason why he called me specifically was to give me an opportunity before listing it for sale, and he did that because I follow a technique I call the double dip strategy. This is where instead of using a buyer's agent to make offers, I go directly to the listing agents unrepresented, and I let them also represent me as the buyer's agent on the transaction. By doing so, the listing agent gets both sides of the commission and earns the full 6% instead of just 3%. This is technically called dual agency. So the last time that we worked on a deal together, I told that agent the following: in the future, when you get a listing for a distressed property, call me before listing it, and I'll let you represent me on an all-cash offer to the seller, and we'll try and get the deal locked up before ever having to go on market. This may be better for the owner because he won't have to worry about showings and or inspections or making repairs or any of that. Furthermore, it'll be better for you because you'll earn the full 6% instead of splitting the commission with a buyer's agent. And that's exactly what happened with this new property. Here it is. It's a 1,560 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage. So the first thing I did was I asked the agent what the seller's asking price was, and he told me $99,900. Now, to know if this was a good deal, I ran it through my deal analyzer tool that comes standard with my wholesaling and house flipping deal management system called FLIPSTER. If you've never heard of FLIPSTER, it's the #1 cloud-based system to help you organize, streamline, and automate all of the steps to wholesaling and flipping houses, and the deal analyzer is just one of dozens of tools. Now, to learn more and see it in action, just go to getflipster.com. So the deal analyzer uses the wholesaling formula to crunch all of the numbers, and it told me that the after repair value, or ARV, was $215,000. That's the price it would sell for once it's fixed up. And based on the built-in rehab algorithm inside FLIPSTER, the repair cost came to $30,000, and then following the standard 70% fix and flip formula with a $15,000 wholesale fee built in, my maximum allowable offer, or MAO, came to $105,000. So that means if I get the contract with the seller for $105,000, I could wholesale it to a fix and flipper for $120,000, who would put $30,000 into repairs and then sell it for $215,000. Now, if any of that explanation is unclear, I've done several videos where I break down and I explain in detail how how to run the wholesaling and fix and flip formula. And I'll put a link to a video that can really help you understand that formula in the description below. Okay, now this is where I made a big mistake on this deal. Remember I said the listing agent was gonna list the property for $99,900. So rather than offer my MAO of $105,000, which would have allowed me to make a $15,000 wholesale fee, or even a full price offer of $100,000, instead I got greedy and I told the agent to offer $85,000. And this is what I normally do, and I even teach a technique that I call find the bottom, which is where you offer really low to see how low the seller will go. Now, there was nothing inherently wrong with making a low offer, but here's where it backfired. The agent came back and said the seller really wants to get full price, which I totally respect that decision, no problem, but that instead of giving me the option to come back and accept his counter at full price, the agent went ahead and listed the property on market. And once that happened, I lost my competitive advantage because now the rest of the market knows about it because it's on the MLS, which means it's also on Zillow, Redfin, and all the other sites. So I tried to salvage the deal and I called back the agent and I said I could offer more, but it was too late. He already was receiving offers and he told me that they were going to wait 24 hours and then accept the highest and best offer at that point. Now that allowed for everyone interested to come in with their best offers. I knew at that point that I had screwed up and I would not get the deal because someone else would surely offer more. But I put my highest and best in at 105 and I waited. And I just found out yesterday that the seller accepted another offer and I officially missed the deal. So what's the lesson learned? Hindsight is 20/20, but if I had the opportunity to do it all over again, I probably would have done two things differently. One, I would have offered full price. I would not have offered $85,000 and instead given the seller his full asking price, which still would have given me a $20,000 wholesale profit. And two, I should have communicated better with the agent about when he was going to list the property and how much time I would have and what I needed to do to get the contract before ever going on market. Those two big mistakes ultimately cost me this deal. So why am I telling you this? Two reasons. One, every video I do on my channel is to help you be a better, smarter investor and to learn how to make money as a wholesaler and a flipper. And you can learn just as much from me about what to do as you can about what not to do. And two, I'm still human. I still make mistakes and I want you to know that you will too. You're going to make mistakes and some of them are going to cost you deals. Some mistakes are going to cost you money. I've made six-figure mistakes on deals. I'd rather see you try and make mistakes than not try and not make mistakes. I'm reminded of a quote, mistakes are a part of being human. Appreciate your mistakes for what they are. Precious life lessons that can only be learned the hard way. The point is this, I'm human and you're human and we're all on this journey to learn from each other and learn from our experiences, but to do that requires humility. Set your pride aside and ask God to show you the things that you need to learn so that you can not just be a better investor, but ultimately a better person. Now, I believe if you do that, you'll learn this business and you'll grow and develop at lightning speed. Hey, thanks for letting me be a little vulnerable and sharing some of my personal beliefs. If you learned something new from this video, show some love, hit that like button right now, and leave a comment and let me know if you'd like me to share more of the mistakes and failures that I've made and continue to make as a wholesaler and a flipper. I'd love to hear from you, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm dedicated to helping you make more money in less time so you can live your dream life. Do that now, and I'll see you on the next video.